Space is the place. This is Brainbuster Radio. And now from east of the Pacific to west of parts unknown, south of Mars, north of hell, here are the smartest minds in the sport of professional wrestling. This is Brainbuster Radio.
You only learn the way you are inside when life gives you the test. Will you back down, turn and run, or stand up with the best? When your back's to the wall, what will your answer be? Will you run for the door? Will you run out on me like it's hard? It's no holds barred.
How the hell you doing, Brainiacs? Long Island Iced Tea here, ready to talk progress with you as we count down the clock and end the most wretched year in the history of our sport and probably our lives. And we look ahead to what will be the glorious year of 2021. Tweet it, read it, tout it, shout it, be all about it at the Brainbusters on Twitter, Instagram Junior, and wherever you social media it up, talking pro wrestling, because we're there and we're talking it with you. We're talking it today. Happy New Year, everyone. We got Vin Man here, limited dates, making it in one more time for 2020 to kiss it goodbye, Vin Man.
Yeah, it's been a rough year all around, and certainly in the sport of professional wrestling. I feel like, you know, we may do with what we had, but a lot of great moments were just missed out on. It's like a year of shattered dreams, if you will.
It was like a kick right to the nuts. And we have the social, speaking of kick to the nuts, the sultan of social media, a man called Wired's here. He's farting around on the computer. He's got like 9 monitors here. I don't know if you're planning on watching all the shows we're talking about at once, Wired, but you look like you're prepared.
I'll watch 2 of the shows for sure. I'll leave it at that. But yes, Long Allen, it's time to kiss 2020 goodbye. The wrestling community thanks Brainbuster Radio for allowing the year to continue on and finish. And now we can get to 2021 because we all know the world of professional wrestling revolves around Brainbuster Radio.
It seems that way, or at least we're guiding it along, each and every step. We're here to help out, especially going into 2021, which of course January is going to have the Royal Rumble, but the biggest week of the year might not even be that, or WrestleMania week, or any other week. It might just be the very first week, Brainiacs, and that's what we're going to talk a lot about today because, well, Triple J's not here. He went out to get some groceries, so he'll be back in 3 days. So since he's not here to keep order,
great joke.
I have to say what's causing all of this, and it's definitely these first 3 shows we're going to see, which actually aren't just 3 shows. They're multiple shows, but 3 shows, 3 brands, 3 whatever events, 2-night events.
Just 3.
I mean, there's more. There's more than that.
More than that.
But you got New Year's Evil from NXT, New Year's Smash from AEW, and of course, Wrestle Kingdom 15, Vin Man. Those are the 3 events on my mind, not to mention Impact's putting a little Hard to Kill together. After that, Raw's got their Legends Night. I know you're hyped for that. There's a lot going on all in basically the first week and a half of 2021.
Yeah, these are some big shows. I mean, this is you think about all we missed out on in 2020. It seems like it's all going to be made up to us maybe in the first week of 2021. The amount of content is just getting piled up, and it's big time quality content, I must say.
So before we run down all the cards, just overall, I know we might talk each other into being more hyped for one show over the other after the end of this, but going into this conversation, Vin, man, where are you with those 3 shows? Which one, how do you rank them in terms of what you expect from them?
I gotta put probably the Raw, the Legends Raw #1 right now.
I'm not saying Legends Raw to go. You're really excited to see Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre put on a great match for Hulk Hogan, who's going to be sitting front row.
Yeah. Yeah.
I officially need that. Like, if that's not what happens, I'm going to be pissed. It needs to be Hulk Hogan sitting there cross-legged in the front row watching Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. That's what I've been promised, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I'll say this, Long Allen, and you'll probably appreciate this, is that it'll probably be the first show that I watch out of all these shows. So
that's just chronologically. That's how it's going to end up. I mean, that's
well. That's why I'm most hyped for it. It's the first one coming up.
Well,
if you ask me on January 5th, I may have a different answer. Well, yeah,
Wrestle Kingdom should be the first show you're watching, because that's January 4th at like 3 a.m. your time.
As everybody always knows, my sister her birthday is January 4, and
I've known you for 7 years. It's the first time I've ever heard this.
You haven't been listening to me. As everybody always knows, my sister's birthday is January 4. We do not have time that day during our celebration to watch Wrestle Kingdom, and she calls the shots on her birthday. Huge WWE fan, so that's why I'm going to be watching that. I will be watching Wrestle Kingdom, just not that day.
I understand
it's
that,
Vin Woman's rules. Vin Woman's rules on
I understand that,
January 4th.
But it's also unprecedented times, and you should be staying home, sir, away from family. This is the best part. Use the excuse, stay away, and watch wrestling. Right, Long Allen?
I mean, that's just been my life motto for the last 33 years. But do what you want.
How Wired was going like this.
What was he? He was doing like a Cesaro pose. What was that?
I'm not quite sure.
Baron Von Raschke. Baron Von Raschke's on Cameo, by the way. Triple J wanted me to mention. So I'm hyped in this order. Wrestle Kingdom, naturally, it's the biggest show of the year. Then I'm really excited now because New Year's Smash has been kind of pushed back a week for the 2-night event, and the first night was just
we
stacked.
didn't get that yesterday.
We didn't know, which I found out before the show because I didn't catch up on Dynamite. Obviously, the death of Mr. Brody Lee, I had to be in the right mindset to watch that episode, so I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to. I know everyone's going to take that show as from what I've seen the reviews, it was an incredible night. But I watched NXT instead to kind of just be mindless and not go through it. But I'm excited to watch that Dynamite. So New Year's Smash though moved Kenny Omega, Rey Fenix. I mean, that's just going to be off the hook. But number one is New Year's Smash to me, and I'm going to give it to New Year's Evil number 2, then New Year's Smash. New Year's Evil a little bit better than New Year's Smash in title as well, Vinman, although everybody's looking to smash on New Year's.
Yeah, a lot of people, good old-fashioned New Year's smush.
Do you find yourself getting smushed or smashed more on New Year's, Vinman?
Well, it's probably a little bit of both, I would say.
No, that's a hell of a New Year. That's how you see. I didn't get smashed last New Year, but I got smushed. If I get both, I think 2021 is going to be a lot better. And I think I'm going to because I got a little bit of the bubbly on deck that I've been saving since what was supposed to be our WrestleMania weekend.
And oysters are an aphrodisiac.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Yes, if you're looking to get New Year's smushed, definitely get smashed and have some oysters. Those will help out. 3 shows, I'll be watching all of them in their entirety live.
Why do you keep saying it's 3 shows? It's 4 shows.
Those are the 3 shows.
It's technically 5 because you have 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom and 2 nights of Smash.
And then 1 night of Evil. And then I guess So Vinman's really big on Hard to Kill, which is going to be great. The Good Brothers and Kenny Omega versus the Motor City Machine Guns and Rich Swann. The match we all have been waiting for and never thought we'd get.
What would be the year for the Raw reunion show, New Year's style? Like New Year's,
it's
we made
not
it 1 more year.
Raw reunion. It's Raw Legends Night. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Raw Legends Night is just Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan sitting ringside watching matches. That's all it is.
That's great.
Although
Sign
I did
me
see I saw Carlito in the promo for it though.
Don't
did you
tell
see that?
me. Don't try to tell me that you don't think that the Boogeyman is going to show up. We all know he will be there.
He's
The
announced.
he's winning the 24/7 title for sure. He's going to bring it back to Boogie Land.
Oh, so how many?
And then-
Who won the title the last time we had Legends Night? You had Tori, the late great Pat Patterson, Briscoe won it. Kelly.
Ooh, I hope we get Gerald Briscoe and his big announcement at Raw Legends Night. Damn it, why are we talking so much about Raw Legends Night? This is supposed to be in order.
It's going to be a legendary night, if you ask me.
Bring up the match cards here on the video here, Wired, so we could see this. Show
Am I
us
doing
New
that, or
Year's
are you doing
Evil.
that?
I
I
can
gotta
hit
show you-
add to stream.
Look,
I got
look
this.
how
I'll add
cool.
it.
Look how cool this card. Look at that. That looks so.
Well, that's because Dexter Loomis drew it.
Well, you
Dexter
mentioned the man.
Loomis is hosting New Year's Evil, Vin Man, and he drew caricatures for every match. And if you saw this week's NXT, the good friends, better enemies vibes between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez are off the chain. Watch this week's NXT, or at least that video package, and you're going to be hyped for that match. That match is going to be.
This is also a
giant
last.
women.
is
Last
a last
giant woman standing.
Yes.
Oh man.
It's.
How do you
I'm so
how do
hyped.
you knock someone that tall down and then keep them down, Vin Man? I don't know. But my money is on Rhea Ripley.
I disagree. I'm a big fan of Rhea Ripley, but Raquel Gonzalez is getting pushed. Just talk
Did
to
we
my
see
man
how quickly?
Clint Domain
Vin Man, you
about
called
that.
it.
He'll tell you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think it's Raquel's turn to overtake Rhea in 2021 as the new big woman in NXT. It was Rhea's year. She failed in a lot of big spots though, Wired. So maybe Raquel's passing her by.
It might be that 2020 was just the most unfortunate year for Rhea Ripley. She lost the NXT title twice, with only winning it once. It was really
Missed out on a
for her.
huge moment walking out in front of it. She was at Raymond James Stadium weeks before WrestleMania,
Yeah.
walking through the stadium getting ready, and she never got to do that. How sad. That was the saddest. We were just talking about the greatest promo of all time before we started, Vin Man. That promo that she gave.
Give me what I want!
Yeah, thank you, Milk House Sonas on the Unos and Doses. The Rhea Ripley promo, definitely the saddest moment looking back on 2020 to me. In context, going back, that was so lonely. Man.
Lonely.
Let's not dwell on that though. Let's look at the fight pit. What about that, Wired? Is that the
Ooh,
match you
Fight
were
Pit.
texting everyone about the other day?
I think that's when I went over. No, man, I'm trying to think of when I went completely bonkers for this card, and I texted everyone about it. I think it was the Raquel Rhea Ripley when I found out it was a last woman standing match. But that fight pit match, Vin Man, you gotta be like. I know
Yeah.
you're excited for Raw Legends Night, but you love the fight pit.
Oh, it's great.
To me, it was Raw.
Did you
Underground
see the first fight pit?
Yeah, of course. Good match. I'll tell you, this Timothy Thatcher is one tough customer. This is his kind of match, and I can't wait to see him do his thing.
It literally is his
Tommaso-
match. He's the only one who's won one in WWE.
Tommaso Ciampa was the one who said, "Meet me in the fight pit," though.
Yeah.
And that was a
He's
mistake.
the one. You think it was a mistake?
that might end up being a big mistake.
Fight pit way more dangerous than the Viper pit when it comes
I
to
was looking
pits in
for a
Florida.
cool card image for this match, but I didn't see one. I was really upset.
Well, look, don't you have all of Dexter Loomis's drawings? He drew caricatures of every match.
I mean, I only
I'm
had
sure you
about
could
3
find
minutes before this show started to do all this because
You'll find. You could search for him while Vin Man and I talk about the fight pit some more. So Timothy Thatcher, Vin Man. I mean, this is a guy that's come out of nowhere virtually for a lot of fans. I mean, if you followed him in Europe, I mean, I always thought he was European. I still don't believe he's an American. He seems otherworldly at times to me, like he's not really fully human and definitely not fully there. This guy's so dangerous, and all I want in 2021 is for him to go to England and face guys like Walter and Joe Coffey. I want that in a WWE ring. I know it's happened in other rings, but that needs to happen in a WWE ring.
Yeah, I'd pay big money to see that.
Could you imagine? And how about the bullshit NXT awards this week? I have a huge complaint about those. I guess it was all fan voting, and all the UK wrestlers got snubbed. Total farce. For Gallus to not win Firm of the Year, just the biggest injustice maybe in all of wrestling this year, Vinman.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that, but I do agree that they were the, one of the top firms.
Whatever. Well, the Fight Pit's going to be good. You got Last Woman Standing, Cruiserweight title match, and of course, the one that's the selling point is Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, which they said was match of the year for NXT last year. I disagree. I had Ilya Dragunov and Volter, but of course that's bias against the UK, Vinman. But a guy's jaw was broken last time they had this match, and the other guy
How about our breakout star
was
of
the
year,
loser.
though, Alan? Look at the positives.
For Kyle O'Reilly?
No, Shotzi. NXT breakout star of the year.
Shotzi wearing a Monster Squad shirt. Stephen King rules. Oh my God, I flipped. She was wearing that shirt. I tweeted at her. Shotzi Blackheart, easily I think she might be the most universally liked wrestler in the world right now.
A future host of WrestleMania. I've been saying it since.
Is there anyone on this show? Is there anyone on this show that dislikes her? I don't think so, right? Has Vidman shit talked her yet?
No.
No, there's
everybody loves Shotzi.
What can you shit talk on Shotzi Black?
I'm sure Moose the Mark would have something.
Ow! I think Moose the Mark's down for Shotzi too. He loves a good tank entrance. Even with all those tattoos, Triple J likes her. Triple J not here to talk about Sasha Banks' henna tattoos. He was very upset, thought they were real, got worked into a shoot off air. We'll save it though. I think I think he's just still hot from that, and he didn't. That's why he didn't show up.
Here's our girl though.
There's Shotzi. If you're watching on the Brainbuster Radio YouTube channel, and if the video hasn't been taken down, there's Shotzi in all of her glory. I wish we had her in her Stephen King Rules shirt. Huge pop from me as a Monster Squad fan. Oh, Long Allen loves him some Monster Squad and loves Shotzi Blackheart. Not on the New Year's Evil card somehow. The woman who wears a helmet with devil horns not on New Year's Evil. Wired. How's that happen?
Yeah, that's. I mean, she got her time to shine though at a Halloween Havoc. Really, if we're honest, so. She could take the break. She could take a break. She should have been on, but really, the women's title match isn't even up for grabs. So, and I think that's where Shotzi deserves to be next anyway.
And maybe it's punishment for her hurting Candice LeRae. Candice got hurt, and War Games has been on TV more than Shotzi lately. And oh no, there's the picture of Sasha Banks in her fake tattoos. I love the moth. That's my favorite one. I hope she keeps them.
We're continuing on with the card, right? I think is what we're gonna do probably.
Did we get that whole card? Is that all in? New Year's Evil.
We haven't even talked about the. You're probably really stoked for that Cruiserweight Championship match.
Oh, Santos Escobar, Vinman. Can you? Hey, if there's one firm that I would have voted for over Gallus, it might have been Legado del Fantasma. Santos Escobar exuding greatness. Literally is Lucha Libre himself. I mean, Mil Calzones is the spirit of Lucha Libre, but actual Lucha Libre in the ring these days, it all is embodied in Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma. And then Gran Metalik comes out and trying to claim that the Lucha House Party is trying to lay claim to the name of Lucha. This is a big one. Santos Escobar officially can take his throne as El Rey de Lucha with this win. This might be the biggest match on the card.
Yeah, especially in the particular demographics. All the little niños and niñas are going to be watching this one. This is a big match. Toma
me some lucha. And also, this, I would say, is the biggest lucha match outside of the Temple in a decade. Maybe more. Am I wrong? Mil Calzones? No? He's shaking his head no. So I am right.
Yes! 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 Yes!
So you got the cruiserweights, you got Karrion Kross's return wired with ridiculous Scarlett. I mean, the smoke show. She looks psychotic sitting over their broken bodies. Damian Priest, a sexy creature of the night. I don't feel good for my man, Damian Priest. I don't know if he's going to be partying on New Year's Eve, so hopefully he gets it all in tonight on New Year's Eve.
I really want to see some leather chaps and some fucking jacuzzi again.
You're going to see leather chaps. You're going to see skin. You're going to see a lot of drugs, a lot of blood. This is definitely if Keanu Reeves would be in a match, it would be in this match. This match has good like a Keanu movie vibe, or maybe even like a Lost Boys vibe to me. This is a dark, sexy kind of match.
Is that
and
what
I'm
you would
excited
expect to see in a match like this?
Yes. Blood, fangs, sex, sexy death. I'm here for it. This is what New Year's Evil's all about. Scarlett in the background, but Karrion Kross. They said it doesn't matter who wins that title match either. Do you guys expect him to get his championship back that he never lost?
Eventually, yeah.
To me, was it shockingly quick that he's come back?
No.
Separated shoulder. He was gone like 6 months.
This guy
Maybe just 2020 is just a blur.
He possesses healing abilities that we're just not aware of.
Plus, he has Scarlett. Who knows what kind of witchcraft she put on him?
Yeah.
She's speaking in tongues now. She said some crazy shit on NXT. What do we got next, Wyatt? Are we on to the next show?
Still not Long Island. We got one more match to talk about here.
We talked about that already. It's the big match. That's the match they're selling.
Oh, were you doing that while I was working to get images and you didn't even ask me what I cared about the match? Is that what happened?
I mean, I don't know what you're doing over there. Mil Calzones is doing the sounds. You were supposed to have, everyone knows,
Ball's a little overrated.
you know, everyone talks about how great Wired is with the video, but I don't see it. I see how great Finn Balor is, but he's going to have to hopefully not get injured in this match because he's going to have Karrion Kross after this. So,
all right, well, here we can talk about the next show if you want. To me, New Year's
whoever
Evil
wins,
is the
that's a
show.
loser.
To me, New Year's Evil is the show of 2021.
Why?
At least.
You didn't say one word about it while we were talking about it just now.
I said a bunch of words about it.
Why is that better than the next card we're going to talk about? Which is
because
what,
it's
New Year's
NXT
Smash?
versus AEW. It's just kind of how it works.
I don't know if
One
you're in
matters.
the majority on that.
The other one is friends playing in Daddy's stadium.
You call the Capitol Wrestling Center a stadium?
No,
I don't know about that.
What? No, that's not what's happening here. Here, let me tell you all the work. Here's all the work I put into this one. Here you go.
That's a good graphic. It just lays it all out there. Abaddon and Hikaru Shida, Vin, man. Have you been hyped up for that rivalry?
Of course, yeah. Anytime Sheeta's involved, you know, you're getting a good match. Not to be familiar with Abaddon, but...
Do you know anything about Abaddon? Do you know what she looks like?
Not really.
Wired, pull up a picture of Abaddon right now. Oh my God, I can't wait to see Vin Man's reaction. This is going to be good live reaction. This is like watch my dad watch the last episode of Mandalorian type shit. This is what it's going to be right here. Vin Man,
shit.
watch.
I don't know if I should do this.
Watch a guy see Abaddon for the first time on the internet. Here it is.
It's like watching somebody go to WrestleMania for the first time, right? It's like
this is good.
Exciting.
This is going to be good.
Oh, this is bad. Sorry, Vin Man. I'm just saying that now.
Oh my goodness, that's is that real?
Yeah, it's Abaddon.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think of her?
Does she speak?
No.
How she does got her work cut out for her. I'll say that.
She bit off a chunk of Sheeta's neck on Dynamite last week.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I've.
There she is.
Yikes.
She looks like Rosemary, but scarier.
Yeah. Rosemary
Way scarier.
crossed with Shotzi Blackheart and
Don't you bring my lovely Shotzi into this?
Who's that other one? Who's that other one that was in Impact?
Daphne?
Yeah.
Abaddon's going to win. She's a zombie person. She's a zombie. How are you going to kill a zombie, Sheeta? Unless she stabs her head, cuts her head off with a Hattori Hanzo sword, which she might have to do. What about Vin Man's getting bored here? What about Hager Wardlow for New Year's Smash?
That's gonna
That'll
be a
get
good
him
match.
excited.
That's good. That's gonna be a hell of a match. Wardlow, he's got to watch his back. If you watched Dynamite from this past week, he's got to watch his back. That's why I'm going with Jake Hager to win this bout. I'd probably pick Jake Hager anyway. The guy's just, he's just on a roll. You talk about 2020 wasn't a great year, but Jake Hager, he did a lot of good things.
Well, speaking of good things, Kenny Omega is defending his title unexpectedly against Phoenix. I mean, he'll probably win, but he doesn't want to have to go through that match. I'm excited to see if they do live commentary during it. That was great. But what about Moxley? That's the big question about these. Should Jon Moxley be going to Japan to defend his IWGP US Heavyweight Championship? You've got Kenta with the briefcase saying, "Moxley, come fight me!" But we have heard nothing from Moxley about that. Will he show up? It was supposed to be Juice, but Juice got hurt. So now, what goes on with Kenta at Wrestle Kingdom, Wired? I know you're hyped for the show. Do you think Moxley will travel halfway across the world to go defend the belt finally?
Unless New Japan has some ins with the government, I just don't know how Moxley's going to get by all those sanctions. He's got a child on the way. Can't really think about these things, right? Getting locked up in a Japanese prison for a few years. Not smart. Just to defend a title.
How badass would that be if Moxley tries to get there with illegally, and then he gets arrested and is in jail for 6 years, but then gets out? Could you imagine the promos? I mean, he was in fake jail in his promos going to AEW. So he'd be in real jail that way. I'm kind of hoping that's what happens. Stowaway on a boat. Stowaway on a merchant marine boat, on a vessel, man. That's what I'm hoping.
He'll find his way there. I feel confident in that.
I feel like he should just come back with like a Papillon gimmick or something like that afterwards. Just all
yeah.
G1 Climax.
It's not the G1 Climax, Mill. It's Wrestle Kingdom, but it's New Japan nonetheless. New Year's Smash will be fun. I'm sure it's AEW. They always do it well. Hopefully Shaq shows up. You also got Darby Allin, Brian Cage for the TNT title, Cody and Matt Sydal. FTR Jurassic Express Vin Man's going to be good, not for the match, but because Tully told Marco Stunt, if you get in my way, I might have a flashback to the 80s.
That's good.
How much would you pay at least $10 to go see Marco Stunt versus Tully Blanchard?
I'd pay $10 to see Tully Blanchard fight anybody at this point.
I hope they should put a stipulation: if FTR wins, Tully gets 10 minutes with Marco Stunt. 5 minutes.
Or 5 minutes, yeah. I'm excited for that. I'm most excited for... I'm not sure if this... I'm a little confused on if the TNT title is going to be on the line or not.
It is. I want to know if the FTW title's on the line, Cage. Put it on the line.
There was something happened on Dynamite from this past week that I'm not sure if that title is going to be on the line or not. We'll have to see what that happens comes night 2 of the New Year's Smash. But this match, this Darby Allin, Brian Cage, I'll say something right now. This has been one of the most intriguing feuds I've seen in wrestling. I'm just so hyped for this.
Wow. For Darby Allin and Brian Cage, I did not expect you to come out on this match like this. Wow, I was ready to go to Wrestle Kingdom. Tell me more.
You got a great firm in Team Taz.
That's true.
All 4 of those guys in that group are just kicking ass right now. They probably get my award for Firm of the Year. And Darby Allin, this guy, very mysterious. You got Sting lurking around with him. I'm just very intrigued by this matchup and what comes next.
I really do want to see Sting come in for the save and give Ricky Starks a Scorpion Death Drop. That would be really good. You got Sting calling TNT the jungle, which is the best. Yeah. I built this jungle, and then Ricky Starks coming out going, Stinger, man, you keep talking about this jungle, you're going to get eaten. I love it. That's the shit right there. And Powerhouse Hobbs doesn't want anything to do with Sting. He's tired of Sting already.
Well, he's
the one that wants Sting.
I was talking to Triple J about this, and initially, whenever Sting showed up, it seemed like everybody was afraid. In the words of Triple J, everyone was afraid to fight this over 50-year-old man, except for Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah. And then you got Hook Taz telling him, no, Hobbs, he'll kill you. He's going to get you. I don't give a shit. I'm going to beat this old man up.
A man called Wired, I'm telling you right now, you are missing out on this feud. Still not even quite sure what it's about. It's great.
If you would have told me in 2020 Team Taz versus Sting would be the hottest thing going into 2021, I would have said, what the hell are you talking about? Here we are.
What the hell are you talking about? Jeez. So much shit is given to WWE, Vin, man, because they're doing a Legends Night. And everybody's like,
I'm not giving them any shit.
I'm not you, but look, if you go on social media, everybody's like, oh, look, WWE pulling out the Legends card. Can't live without it. And then you got fucking Taz and Sting going at it on the other show, and no one says shit.
Well, that's the thing. AEW, they're doing it right. Every night's Legends Night on AEW.
Yeah. And because they're managers. AEW lets them manage and do whatever they want. At WWE, they're not managing. They're just sideshow acts that come in to
because WWE expects licenses for managers. You can't just let anybody have a manager.
Yeah, maybe it's easier to get them.
See, that's AEW. It is in Florida, so I mean, there can't be that much red tape down there.
Well, they're both in Florida right now.
Yeah, but you got to go through the office.
Maybe it's where the office is, and Connecticut. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's true. Man, Vinman all of a sudden turned it on. New Year's Smash might actually be the show just because of what the hell's going to happen with Sting, and god damn, it's going to be so.
Now,
good.
Vinman, you're notorious for not changing channels, right? You stick to one show, you stay there until the end.
No, I have.
Is this a changing channel night?
Well, this is going to be on night 2, which will not be on the same night as New Year's Eve.
Very true.
So we will see what NXT has in store for us the following week.
I bet you. Well, you're probably going to get Io Shirai in action, we didn't even talk about on New Year's Evil, Wired.
What did I miss?
I can't read Chinese, but whatever that symbol was.
Oh, I have
and
no
whatever
idea.
they're calling themselves, but Boa and Xia Li and whatever that entity that's been beating the fuck out of them for months, they're going to be on the show next week.
It's like watching a bad episode. It's like watching episodes of 24 on NXT. Is what that is. It's just torture. Trying to get information out of them, which I don't even know. Are they trying to get information out of them, or are they just trying to beat the shit out of them to make them learn? I don't know.
Tell me more. They're not. Yeah, I don't think it's info because they're not like tell me what you know. It's more like more, less. Every week it was more, less. No, stop. Give it to me. It's been crazy, but that mystery going to be solved too. Vinman, do you know about the mysterious Chinese torture chamber?
I do not, but I'm pretty intrigued by it.
Give it to me. Give me what I want.
That's basically how they are now. It's been weeks of torture, and now it's
torture
like weeks
porn.
of pleasure.
Yeah, yeah. The first few weeks it was like, no, stop. Oh yeah, It's been pretty graphic. It's been pretty graphic, but wow, what shows we got going up against each other. But not as graphic.
Chinese torture chamber, by the way, on Google. Just putting that out there right now.
Google I actually was on a Google binge. I was Googling positively hard boys after I watched Raw because Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy and New Day. And then I was Googling Chinese torture, sexy torture after I watched NXT. And you get a lot of good articles. People are writing about these angles a lot. That's how you know they're good. Getting a lot of press, Vin Man, on the Google.
That's how you
also,
did it.
just as a Sultan, I must let everybody know, Zia Lee, very good follow on Instagram. Are we done with any?
Unless you hate tattoos. Yeah, bring us up some Wrestle Kingdom. Here we go. Because we talked about graphic. It will not ever be as graphic as it could be if that piece of shit knife pervert ends up walking away with those belts, Vin Man. We cannot let this year start off that way. But before we get to the match, we will run down the card. I'm just saying the highest stakes are on night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom with the knife pervert going for the title. El Fantasmo is but the knife pervert's bad, but in terms of pure assholes, scumbags, pieces of shit human beings, it doesn't get any worse than El Fantasmo, Vin Man. What he did in the Super J Cup, winning it, destroying the trophy, spitting on it, spitting on people during a pandemic, you are a real dick, LP. Against Takahashi.
Sounds like you're a felon too, I think now, but anyway.
In Japan, that you get in trouble for having tattoos, so I'm surprised you didn't get in trouble for that. Triple J should move to Japan, by the way. Takahashi and El Fantasmo, Vin Man, who you got?
I gotta go with Takahashi. You know, he's gotta do it for the good of the people, don't you think?
Good versus evil right here. A real just low life. Gives a bad name to party animals and rock stars everywhere. This is not the guy we want representing rock and roll. Please win, Takahashi, along with Daryl. That's going to be a great match. Of course, the Super J Cup winner take it on the Best of the Super Junior winner. It's going to be a very special single match, for sure.
This is like what's the Cup of Canada for the juniors whenever they win? Like they do the Memorial Cup? Is that what it's called?
Oh, for Hacky.
Yeah, for Hacky. I feel like this is what this is. I'm excited.
Is
What
the
do you
Super
mean?
J Cup?
They're not minor league or young guys. They're
but it's just
it's a weight class.
You get two
No,
juniors.
that's like Mayweather. This is like Mayweather taking on Pacquiao. This is a super fight.
What's the difference between the Super J Cup and Best of the Super Juniors?
That's what I'm saying. They both have their prestige. You take the winners of both, and you get the ultimate winner, like they do in Canada. That's what I was going for.
Oh, that's what you're going for. Oh, I see. I took it as you were saying that they were lesser because they the
you
word
also
junior.
spit on people, asshole.
Who do I spit on?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You look.
I'd never spit on. I would never spit on anyone. What'd you ask, Vin Man? The difference between the Super J Cup? The Super J Cup's a one-night tournament. Best of Super Juniors.
Best of the Super Juniors
is more like the G1 climax,
G1.
where it's got tables
for the juniors.
Climax!
for the juniors. Yes,
Okay.
but the Super J Cup invented by Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh, well,
So when he
2020
spit on the
WWE
trophy,
Hall of Famer, Jushin Thunder Liger.
when he spit on the trophy, ELP, he literally was spitting on the legacy of Jushin Thunder Liger. Another reason to hate his guts.
Look, if people gave shit for Paige for what she did to the NXT Women's title, people should be giving shit to this guy right here, right?
we are. We're doing it right now.
We
I'm
are.
just saying. So if anybody likes him, you're a piece of shit with him.
It's Sting!
Where? No, Mill wants Vin Man.
Vin
to
Man,
talk
every
about
time you
Sting
walked into a
some more.
wrestling event, did you always look up into the rafters, just
Yes.
hoping?
Yeah, absolutely. I
mean,
usually
could
send
you-
a picture to Triple J of the rafters to let him know, if I see anything.
You got, I mean, Impact and AEW doing business. Who knows? Maybe the snow falls on the Tokyo Dome on January 4th or 5th.
Oh my god!
Maybe it happens. Who knows? Anything could happen in this first week. But the next match, Wired, you had it up for a second, and then you got me excited, but then you took it away.
I don't give a fuck about winning.
Yeah. God. Gorillas of Destiny, Vin Man, taking on the Dangerous Techers, Zack Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi. What do you expect from this one? When you got God and a shaved Tama Tonga, clean shaven.
God's just gonna beat the fuck out of these guys.
I hope I don't even care about these guys. I just hope they beat the shit out of Zack Sabre.
I don't give a fuck about winning.
I mean, Tama Tonga doesn't care about winning the match. You know, he's just there to beat the shit out of guys. You got Zack Sabre Jr. is going to really try to hold a good Oos down into some sort of goofy British wrestling submission. These bad motherfuckers are going to slip out of that shit so quick and break his butt-faced jaw. And this Tai Chi singing fake karaoke. God all the way. I'm excited for this. It's going to be a violent tag team match. It's going to be good.
Can Mill bring up Tama Tonga's interview from the G1 Climax like 2 years ago? There were so many good clips on that one. I don't remember if they're there or not still. But,
Mil Calzones, play some of that clip real quick just to remember how badass Tama Tonga is on this show.
I don't give a shit about winning the G1. To be honest with you, it's not even a real tournament to me. I see the same guys since I got here, sitting at the same table with a couple new faces over there. This is my second year. I'm seeing on social media that I've got to prove something. Fuck you. I ain't got to prove shit to none of y'all.
And now he's got the shave. Now he's got the shaved face. Tongaloa, way more experience. They're the challengers now. Like, these guys are coming in for blood. This is gonna be good. I know Triple J particularly, Vin Man's very excited for this match.
Really? Well, okay.
He is. He told me this could steal the show. Could go down as the greatest tag team match ever out of Wrestle Kingdom.
Wow. Okay.
So Long Island, the next match that we're going to talk about here, Kenta holds the briefcase right now, the contract.
So, pandemic, you don't have IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Championship is basically being held hostage by international law. And they're not going to strip Jon Moxley because he can't get to Japan to defend it. So what they did was they have the right to challenge contract, and Kenta's been holding it. I like how they put his name as Kenta on the match card. And Kenta's calling out Mox, come fight me, but Mox can't get there. He knows this.
Because it's one's in Japanese and the other one's in English.
Oh, okay. I see that now. And Juice was supposed to get this shot at the contract, Vin Man, but he's hurt. So now we have a living legend in Satoshi Kojima taking on Kenta. And for all of our brainiacs who this is their first Wrestle Kingdom, think of this match as if like this is Diamond Dallas Page, a great U.S. heavyweight champion, was taking on Larry Sabisco at Starrcade for the U.S. title. This is what that's like to me.
Okay,
just an all-time great taking on a living legend. A guy in his prime taking on a living legend. This is what it's all about. I'm happy to see the leader of the Bread Club get a shot at this, but I'm hoping Mox shows up secretly, Vin Man.
Yeah, that would be something if he does. I think he will.
We could see a cozy lariat, though, and Kenta's head could be taken off in this match, though. That would be good, too. But hopefully he holds on to it, because Kenta and Mox is the match we all need in 2021. One of the matches we all need, among others. What else we got on this card here, Wired? 2 nights. Oh, I know Vin Man's going to like this one. Tanahashi against the Great Okan.
Who's the Great Okan? We don't know. Is that what this picture means?
No, that's just like what he wears. We know who he is.
He likes
he's just like Genghis Khan and the Great Kabuki had a son. That's how I think of him.
All right, I'm going with this guy.
Very dangerous. This is like the
is
Wrestle
there no,
Kingdom equivalent. Again, to equate this to for non-NJPW viewers, it's like when John Cena fought Bray Wyatt.
So this is all about legacies.
There's legacies on
all
the
about
line.
the once in 100 year legacy for the ace, Tanahashi.
This is my legacy. Oh my God, I wish I was at that WrestleMania just singing all the songs at WrestleMania 30, Vin Man.
You could sing them all during Wrestle Kingdom 15. It's going to be as good of a show. 2 nights. This match could steal both nights. Could steal the week. Very excited.
Oh my! That's what you can't just. It's not just enough to steal the show or steal the night. You got to steal the whole week this week. Which is just crazy. And to think that this match,
you could be the best match on your card, Vin Man, and still be the 3rd best match of the week.
Wow,
that's the kind of life.
It's crazy to think about.
4th, if you think about it, because of Legends Night.
Wow. You could be the greatest match in NXT history and still be the 4th or 5th best match of the week. That could happen.
How stacked this first week of 2021 is. Professional wrestling is setting the bar for future first weeks. Like everybody thinks it's college bowl season, the first week of the season. No,
Fuck
now it is
that
wrestling.
shit.
Now it is now wrestling.
That shit sucks.
The professional wrestling.
Wired, I'll say this: don't read the Observer after this week because I have a feeling it's going to get you pretty upset.
Oh no! First of all, I don't read that bullshit journalism ever on this show.
I wouldn't call that journalism.
That's why
it's just guest reporting is what that is.
Yeah, guest reporting.
A guy can't give his opinion on matches. The guy watches lots of matches and gives his opinion.
Not when you're trying to. Not when you basically say that your opinion is being stated as a fact. You're a bullshitter.
Does Uncle Dave say
Uncle
his
Dave
5
is just
stars
as bad as that
matches
reporter
are
that crucified the Atlanta bomber that wasn't really the Atlanta bomber.
Oh man,
that's who Dave Meltzer is.
Oh wow, I'm not going to slander Uncle Dave like that. I like that he watches lots of wrestling and he's a wrestling fan, so I respect him for that. And I hope he has a great 2021, Uncle Dave, because he always provides us with plenty to talk about. And I'm sure he'll rate this one high because he loves Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've ever in my life wanted Okada to beat the fuck out of someone.
Oh, I know.
In my life.
Absolutely.
The leader of the Empire against the leader of Chaos. This is what it's all about. Finally, they've been saying this. It's stale. We got a new faction or firm in New Japan. Vin Man, the Empire.
What? There's a new. Really?
Yeah.
Did a firm get retired?
No, it's Will Ospreay left Chaos. He's the leader of the Empire now. He's got B. Priestley with him. He's got other people with him. It's a whole thing. This is a big moment for them. They arrive on the scene. They're on level with Chaos, Suzuki-gun, Bullet Club. If Will Ospreay wins this match,
what about LIJ?
And of course LIJ, but they took a big shot when they lost Evil to me. Like they have a lot to go. This just in also, Milkow Sonas just wanted us that he's not turning his mic on because he was in contact with an asshole who had COVID, but Milkow Sonas testing negative for COVID.
Damn, what a rapid test. Holy shit.
Great got a rapid test during the show while sitting here doing the show. So
how did he get it up in that mask?
Yes. Any word on when the Marburger vaccine will be distributed to brainiacs all around the world?
The Marburger vaccine is it's still not approved
in the final stages of testing.
It's in the final. It is everywhere except it was approved in one cut. It was approved in malaria, but it's not anywhere else. Micronesia, sorry. And it's one shot, but you got to get it in your ass. That's the only downside.
In or on? Because in might be a little. I don't think I'd take a shit in my ass. A shot in my ass.
I wouldn't take no shits in my ass. I bet if it was for Wrestle Kingdom tickets, you would. I would.
Especially if it's this Okada versus just beat the hell out of Will Ospreay for 60 minutes.
I mean, I can't believe how long it's been since Okada's been champion. He needs to win this. I mean, we need Okada to rise back up to the top of the card in 2021. We can't have this empire taken over, but I have a feeling Ospreay's going to go out on top here. This is his biggest moment of his career.
Now, Alan, does this match have implications on who faces?
No, the champion. No. But I think it's between Jay White winning or Will Ospreay winning. Give me Will Ospreay all day. I do not want Jay White winning, and that
I'd
better
rather
not
have a
happen.
knife pervert than just Will Ospreay.
No, thank you.
Like, I feel like in 10 years we're gonna say, "Are you a Will Ospreay?" and that's just gonna mean something really bad.
I mean, Moose the Mark told me that he's keeping his name out of his mouth a little bit lately because he doesn't know he's affiliated with some shady characters, so might want to stay away from cheering for that guy too. Will Ospreay. I'm not cheering for him.
Will Ospreay.
Well, Jay White's a knife perfect.
I saw him one time at a Ring of Honor New Japan collaboration, Best in the World or some shit. Or Battle of the Worlds, or whatever, the War of the Worlds. And
War of the Worlds.
People are waiting in line to get, their picture taken and autographs and all that kind of stuff with some different wrestlers. Nobody was in line for this Will Ospreay. Nobody knew who the fuck he was. He just looked like...
No, everybody knew who he was. It's just nobody wanted to get near him.
He looked like just any other mark out there.
Like somebody set up their table to do trading cards.
Yeah, or show action.
Have you been through?
Fuck him! Well, right, we're all rooting for Okada on Brainbuster Radio, that's for sure.
Yes, Okada.
Fuck him! I don't care who wins, as long as they can beat Jay White. And to me, on this stage, Naito's the proven one, so I'm rooting for Naito because Ibushi seems to always lose these big matches. So I'm rooting for Naito, and I got Naito winning.
I'm going with Ibushi. I think he's got the better body.
Well, if you're a body guy and it's a pick 'em like this, I guess that's the way you're going. I don't blame you for that, Vin Man. As a back scratch pervert, though, I'm definitely a fan of Ibushi because I know he's into him. He's into weirdo shit too, but not as weird as knife pervert Jay White. And I guess it's good Triple J's not here.
There, Long Island.
Yeah, that computer. That's a restarting for Vin Man for the Royal Rumble.
Oh, nice.
Thank you,
Oh,
Miss
look
Melissa
at that. That's like the Wilson of drinks. Here you go. Just an arm that goes. Oh, thank you.
That's our lovely Marburger staff here, Miss
So Long
Elizabeth,
Island,
running the offices.
Long Island, you're saying that you don't care who wins as long as they can beat Jay White, and your best opportunity is Naito.
Correct.
I don't know, man. You got the G1 Climax winner in Ibushi, who, you're right, maybe he's failed on that
G1 Climax!
Maybe it's time to shine in 2021 with Wrestle Kingdom 15.
Is Ian Riccaboni going to be involved in this?
No, he's in Ring of Honor, Vin Man.
Oh, okay, still.
Yes, Kevin Kelly will be calling this.
Okay, I was getting those two mixed up.
Hopefully Rocky Romero. Hopefully Alex Kozlov will be calling this, who's been really good on commentary lately.
Does Brainbuster Radio still have their subscription to all
New Japan World.
This is called
Sorry.
This is called New Japan Pro Wrestling. Is this your first Wrestle Kingdom Wired? So New Japan is a company in Japan, and they've got wrestling.
You if we still have our subscription to All World or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't remember what the streaming service
All
is
Japan.
called.
And All Japan
That'd
World.
be cool if we were watching All Japan.
I would be down. Brainbuster Radio subscribes to New Japan World, Stardom, we have access to all of that. And yes, you'll be able to watch Wrestle Kingdom live, Wired, at midnight your time.
Feeding a bottle to a baby and then watching more programs. Nothing better.
There's no Vin Man I don't think there's like a New Japan Rumble at this one, at least not advertised. So
that's
I don't think you're going to get to see the great Fujiwara in a match.
I got to see the Great Muda, which is more than I ever thought I was going to see. So I'm not going to complain too much.
Rock pipe, and I just remember that. Remember?
Where was this?
Oh,
I was
When did you
sitting
see
right
Great
next
Muda?
to you.
Madison
at the
Square Garden.
That's when we were going to the garden.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. You almost shut
Going
yourself.
to the garden.
Going to the garden.
Yeah.
All right, that was night one, mind you. That was enough for a week's worth of wrestling, and we get a second night of this.
Vin Man, what do you know about Master Watto?
Big fan of Master Wado.
I think Master Wado was a big fan of the Blue Meanie growing up.
It could have been. I do like El Desperado too. This is, geez.
El Desperado is the one in the back.
I said I'm a big fan of El Desperado. And Master Wado. This is going to be a barn burner here. I don't know why you don't think this is going to be the best tag match in
This might be.
New Japan history.
I don't think Kanemaru's not COVID friendly with that. He pounds the whiskey bottle and then spits it everywhere. I'm very nervous for this match. I'm just hoping he doesn't do that. There will be only 5,000 people in the crowd, but hopefully they steer clear of Kanemaru. And in a pandemic, you don't want to. A group like Suzuki-gun, stay the fuck away from me. I'm just so happy Lance Archer's not in Japan anymore, by the way, because this just would be a disaster in terms of COVID and his antics. Give me Master Wado with some good kung fu.
Do you think he's going to be using Miyagi-Do karate in this match?
Ooh. I binged the shit out of that show the last 2 days, by the way. Very excited for the next season.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai. Who would win in a fight, Mr. Miyagi or Master Wado?
Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi.
Who would win in a fight, Jeff Cobb or Shingo
Mr. Miyagi.
Takagi?
Oh. Man,
Never open weight championship.
I'll tell you this. I'm picking Jeff Cobb just because friend of the show, Ian Riccaboni, said that we were huge Shane Taylor fans when he was fighting against. I think it was against Jeff Cobb. So I don't want to piss off Mr. Cobb anymore. So that's why I'm sticking with him.
I'm picking Jeff Cobb because he's a member of the Inner Circle, and they always win big matches.
Really? I didn't know that.
Remember when Jeff Cobb was on one episode of Dynamite?
I don't remember.
As a hired gun for Inner Circle? Yeah,
that's cool.
Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people remember that. Yeah, not a lot of people miss that. Wired, what about you? You got the Dragon.
Did I watch
Jeff
AEW?
Cobb?
No. Oh.
Yeah, I know that.
I think Jeff Cobb is just a beast in so many facets of this of professional wrestling. I just don't see how he doesn't walk away with this championship on this stage.
So is Takagi. This is going to be a brutal match. It's going to be violent. I'm excited. Never open weight title matches are always hard hitting and fun to watch. What else we got on night 2? Oh. Talk about good friends, better enemies, Vin Man. Former partners going at it.
Special single match.
Special single match. Evil against Sonata. Evil versus Sonata. Let's fucking go.
This is evil.
Are you
Who you
concerned
picking,
about the
Wired?
Are you? Go ahead.
Don't make me pick. This one's hard.
Everything is evil.
Vin Man, you got one?
Sonata's new haircut. That's for sure.
Someone pick. Oh, you missed the blonde hair. Pick the match, somebody.
Evil.
Yeah, I think that I'm picking Sonata because he has to win this for LIJ.
I'm going to go with Evil because I feel like, to Long Island's point, LIJ just hasn't been the same since they lost Evil, and Evil's going to show them up again.
I'm picking Evil because you didn't even say his name, Dick Togo, Vin Man. You got Dirty Dick Togo there. The Bullet Club is the Bullet Club might not be as prestigious as ever.
It's evil.
The Bullet Club might not be as popular as ever.
This is evil.
But the Bullet Club is easily the most dangerous and evil it's ever been. And this is proof. Dick Togo, fucking evil. You got fucking Jado with that kendo stick. You got Jay White. This is a different kind of Bullet Club that LIJ on the downturn here, Wired. That's why I'm not confident in Naito winning both nights. And Sonata, yeah, I don't think he pulls it out. I got Evil too, definitely.
Evil.
This might be the match I'm most excited for so far on night 2, though.
I think it's the match I'm most excited for overall on either night. Although I know Vin Man's excited for this one. X versus Ishimori. It's not a mystery person though. It's the winner of the ELP Takahashi match gets Ishimori for the belt.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of takes a little bit of luster off of it.
So the winner of this match is going to face... There's a lot at stake in here for the juniors then, Long Island.
Oh, definitely. Hell yeah. And you've got, I would say, Takahashi, one of the greatest ever, and two guys that are building up a resume, even though they're both dirty. They're both Bullet Club. It would be interesting to see that, but Bullet Club. But I got Takahashi winning that match on night 1 and then taking the belt on night 2.
This is like a unification of the Super J-Cup Championship and the Best of the Super Juniors Championship facing the IWGP.
Well, it's great. This is why New Japan makes sense and people love it, because you've got actual shit you wrestle for. It gets you to the big spots and the big nights, and you get and it fits in nicely. If you win this tournament, you get this opportunity. If you win this belt, you become a legend. If you win this belt, you're going to be on this spot on the card. It just always is logical and makes sense. God damn it! And they're not just flipping and flying around and jumping on each other and not getting pins. By God.
You done?
Sorry, I got into my
here we go.
JR mode there.
So then last match, Long Island, tell us why you hate Jay White so much.
He's a knife pervert. Anyone who's putting knives near peepees needs to be thrown in jail. Anyone who's doing things with knives the way he does things with knives, anyone who cheats to win doesn't deserve to be in a spot like this. But here we are. Jay White could end up being a double champion after January the 5th, Vin Man. I don't even want to think about it. We already have a horrible demon virus. We already have unexpected deaths of people we love. We've got people hungry in the streets. We've got governments crumbling. We cannot afford as humanity Jay White to be the Intercontinental Champ and the IWGP Heavyweight Champ. It cannot happen by any means.
I don't think it will either. I got confidence in X.
Now, do you think it's fair that Jay White only has to wrestle once, while the his challenger is going to have to wrestle twice?
No, it's not.
Like he should have like an opening match, right, night 1 or something like that against the brother.
Against his brother.
Brett had to face Owen. Yeah.
Not a lot of people talk about who Luger would have had to face in that situation.
Oh, who was his opponent? They did announce it though, didn't they?
Yeah.
What do you mean? And that's if he
had lost the coin toss. They had mentioned it. I just don't remember who it was.
I don't. All I remember from the coin toss was just this.
I
fist
need to
pump.
find out who that was. That's probably the match we've always wanted to see but never got to.
I think it was supposed to be Luger versus Jeff Jarrett.
No.
Adam Bomb, Bam Bam Bigelow.
That would have been a hell
Might
of
have
a
been
match.
Bam Bam. Good thing it wasn't, because we got a classic mixed tag match instead.
I'm still waiting for that. Did that awesome 10-man tag happen the next night on Raw?
No, it didn't happen.
Never figured out those captains, did they? Fuckers.
It's never happened. Just like Jay White winning these belts will never happen. Come on, X! Let's go, X! Who's watching live? Wired, you watching live both nights?
I'm gonna try my damnedest to get that.
Vin Man, you'll be working.
Yeah, I'll be working during this, but I will watch it. I will find time to watch it.
And what about you,
Oh,
Mil
it would have been
Calzones?
Luger Crush, by the way. Luger Crush.
Oh. Instead of the Macho Man Falls Count Anywhere match. Mil Calzones, you watching Wrestle Kingdom live?
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, well, those are the 3 cards. Now that we've talked about them all, Vin Man, how do you rank them? What are you most excited for?
Out of okay, well, you got to decide which 3 we're talking about. But
The ones we
that
just
have
talked
mirrors.
about.
I think we talked about more than 3. But I will say, out of the ones that we talked about, probably, well, out of the 3 that I think you're talking about, I'm putting AEW 1, specifically that night 2, with that huge,
Darby Allin TNT title defense.
Well, like I said, I don't
After
know.
the first week of the year, though. That doesn't count anymore. We're talking about the first week of the year.
I don't know if the title is going to be on the line. I said that, but that whole dichotomy of whatever's going on there is really exciting. That's what I'm most looking forward to out of those.
Vin
3
Man, can you do
shows.
the Ricky Starks pose real quick? I bet you're really good at that.
What is that?
The Ricky Starks pose.
Oh, when he's going like
This thing. Yeah, that's the best. We'll all be doing it soon enough. I'm sure everybody will catch on. I've been doing it for weeks. All right, so you got AEW 1. What's number 2? What are you laughing at, Wired?
Because you guys
What is
were
so
trying.
funny?
Hold on. This is what you guys were just trying to do, because I didn't know what this was. So hold on.
I don't remember.
The Ricky.
This is what you were trying to do?
Yeah, the Ricky Starks. This thing. Oh, you want me to pull it up? There it is. That thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I do that every night to see if I put on enough deodorant to last me all day.
Yeah. Who would have thought? It's the best thing done with armpits since the Nasty Boys, for sure.
Oh, I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that.
So what's your second, number 2?
Well,
I just feel like you can't count AEW Night 2 as part of this in discussion, because it happens so much later than everything else.
well, if you're gonna do that, then Legends Night on Raw needs to be included.
No, because we're talking about New Year's specials. These are New Year's specials.
You
They have to do with
consider
New
that
Year's.
special.
We're not celebrating the fact that these old men made it to another year of life. Like, that's not what we're doing.
I am.
I mean, that's a reason to celebrate. And also, Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre is a big match. That's a big match. I'm disappointed it's happening on free TV. And,
USA Network is not free.
or basic cable. Let me just say basic cable.
Evil.
But I was hoping for bigger things.
If you talk to
Bigger
somebody like
things for
Jake, he
Keith
would
Lee
not
this year.
consider that basic. But if you want my real rankings, it's Legends Raw, then AEW, then
Evil.
I'm gonna say New Japan slightly higher than NXT.
It's gonna be a week's worth of content for Vidman that I think he's gonna watch every second of it. That's the thing for sure.
I'm way off from you, and I'm not gonna put Legends Raw on there because it's a different caliber of show. But I'm gonna say it's a different ranking. But I'm gonna say number one for me after the talk. Here we go is Wrestle Kingdom. I'm gonna say, look at Wired, so scared, so worried about the trains he's hearing from from the Marburger Studio, Pittsburgh.
Oh no! I just realized that there's only sound coming out of one ear.
Oh, I thought you heard I hear the trains by Vidman.
Oh wow, I can hear you guys so much better now.
Yeah, there you go. Fix those. You gotta get those. You gotta get this. The Marburger MDR 7600s, Wired. These are what it's all about. We'll send you a pair.
So what's your ranking?
I'm gonna go Wrestle Kingdom tied 1A, 1B
God.
with AEW because obviously Darby Allin and Sting versus Team Taz is what it's all about.
It's Sting!
And then NXT. Although I'm interested to see how Dexter Lumis, his hosting style versus Shotzi Blackheart's.
You think I would not be surprised if Dexter Lumis came out in a leather jumpsuit, like Shotzi was. I'm going. He's going to surprise you guys a little bit. Wrestle Kingdom number 1. AEW is going to be last in like 6th place. NXT number 2. No ties allowed, Long Island. You can't do that.
I didn't tie. I said 1A and 1B. They're both 1, but I got Wrestle Kingdom ahead by just a little.
I believe the words were tied, but either way, I think that's just the way it should go.
Well, there it is. And Brainiacs, we are running out of time, so we had some planned stuff here, but instead we'll move a superpose down to next week. We'll move headlines next week. We just want to say congratulations to X-Pac. No longer has hepatitis C, so that's good news that we had. Vidman, we heard about that from X-Pac's podcast.
Wait, you can get cured from that?
Yeah, you could get cured from hepatitis C. I don't know if Pam Anderson has it anymore either, but yeah, that's good. And did you hear if Alexa Bliss, was she actually burned alive on Raw, or do we not know?
I am not sure. That's
she
all the
should
more
have
reason
died from
to
the fumes.
Tune in.
Really?
Women should never be in the ring with Randy Orton. That is just not a good recipe. He does not have a good track record. I don't know how he's not in jail. See what being the son of a legend can do for you? Nepotism in 2020 was just rampant. And that Raw really exemplified that.
Randy Orton has some sort of exemption with setting things on fire, if we're just honest. The man can set anything on fire and never gets in trouble for it.
His dad, I think he just knows all the cops in every city. That's what I think is he just...
Hey, you arrest me, I'll bang your wife. That's probably what it is.
Or I'll set your house on fire. If you're ready to bleed real quick and go off into the new year, what do you say we get a little No Calzones fired up? Now that you're negative, we can have you bleeding too for Falls Count Anywhere.
Brainiacs it is I, a man called Wired, and the year that was 2020 is ending. It's coming to a closure. One of the most interesting years, and I'm not even talking about the pandemic. I'm talking about professional wrestling. Yes, we've lost fans. Yes, we've lost signs. Why'd you do that? Thank you. But most importantly, I think what we've lost is why we love professional wrestling. We don't love wrestling because of the fans, because of the signs, because of the atmosphere. We love professional wrestling because of wrestling. I dare you to enjoy a match that you know the outcome of. And if you can't do that, then why are you watching?
Why would I watch the show?
No fans. No gimmicks in the crowds. People trying to get themselves over. No, none of that. Watch wrestling. Spoil the finale of a major pay-per-view and enjoy the match still. That's your test. That's how you'll know you enjoy professional wrestling. Because in 2021, even though it's a new year, the Thunderdome is going to be along for the ride.
Let me tell you something, Brainiacs. It's Sting! Oh, my brother, testify!
It was all in good fun, and I certainly hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. If I did, f*** them.
Brainiacs 2020 can kiss my ass. In 2021, we are going to be in arenas, in stadiums, watching pro wrestling again. I feel it. I feel the positive energy. Positivity, baby, is what it's all about. It's always lived here on Brainbuster Radio, even through a pandemic, even through the worst year ever, and it, of course, will be alive and well in 2021. All I need you to do now, as we cheers each other with a little bit of the bubbly, is prepare yourselves for 2021, because, I mean, you might have forgotten, but you got to get your signs, you got to get to the arena on time, get your tickets, and make sure you're prepared. And if you need any help on getting shit in order, you come to Brainbuster Radio, and we'll tell you how it's done and help you out, because when we're back cheering for professional wrestling in person again, it's going to be overwhelming at times, but it's going to be the best feeling ever, and it's the thing I can't wait for the most in 2021. So we'll see you next year. Happy New Year to all you Brainiacs out there, every professional wrestling fan who hasn't even heard this show yet. We can't wait for you to come aboard for another great year of Brainbuster Radio.
Now, will you ever miss a show again that comes to your town?
Oh, not for a long time. No way. Can't
Like,
now that, yeah.
Started taking Raws and SmackDowns for granted here and there every once in a while.
Don't know what you got.
I'll admit it. You know, Los Angeles is a far drive from Awesome Town, USA, and traffic here is not what it is in Pittsburgh, I'm sure. So it takes a long time, a lot of effort to go down there, just to the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Unless it has a big fight feel.
I think I've seen every show rolling through my town in the last handful of years, but I know some people sometimes miss out on them, especially if they're like, it's just a house show. Not anymore. You got to catch it. You got to catch them all in 2021.
Are you guys going to cry
when
we get back to WrestleMania? I think I am.
I've been crying every day.
I know.
Tears of joy. I just hopefully am not too many proper number 12s in by the time I step foot into from the park.
You got to enjoy
just getting to the park. Even being in the parking lot is going to be crazy, Vin Man. But I can't wait.
Goodness. It's going to be a happening for sure. I cannot wait. It's a long road, but it's going to be worth the wait in the end. I believe it.
Yeah, so until then, go to AEW shop, Impact shop, WWE shop, Marburger shop. They all sell masks. Wear those shits. Then when you can get a shot, get one. If you could get the Marburger shot up your ass, get that. That's especially effective, I hear. And then be ready for live programs again. Until then, though, stay at home, be safe, and listen to Brainbuster Radio, because we got some big shows. Oh, it's January, Wired. Just so happens to be our biggest month every year, the Royal Rumble at the end of January coming up, the biggest show of the year.
The greatest BBR of the year, other than the follow-up episode of WrestleMania. But yes, Brainbuster Radio will be here for our biggest show. When we recap WrestleMania, man, it's like the best show ever, really, when we're all there especially. Royal Rumble's coming up. Already got some entrants announced too as well, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Stick with us. Follow us on all social media gimmicks at Brainbuster. What is it? Brainbuster?
Tweet it, read it, tout it, shout it.
At the Brainbusters. You can follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/xy2743876, something like that. I don't know.
And we are on Tout. We're on Friendster. And we are, Triple J,
Facebook.
I think, I guess we're there. I don't know. If you're there, get off. Fuck that place. But you know what? Enjoy yourself with a little bit of the bubbly. We'll see you in 2021, like I said. For Jumpin' Jacob J Grocery Shopping, Moose the Mark on the Internet Gimmicks, Mil Calzones Negativo on the Unos and Doses, Vinman on Limited Dates, the Sultan of Social Media, Man Called Wired, and Long Island Iced Tea. I'm Long Island Iced Tea, saying, I got to get the hell out of here, get to next year, and watch all the programs. Oh, shit! Vidman! Look!
It's
Oh, we didn't do the.
Happy New Year! 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 Happy New Year, pal! Happy New Year!